Hi everyone. I just want to see how well the internet works here for future live streams. Um, we had problems here in the past, but hopefully the internet will be good enough to do a live stream where we are currently, and I would like to bring you many. And there's quite a lot to discuss. So this will be the first question and answer session uh, since last week when Double O Days was taken off for 7 days. Okay, we have our first person on. Just please let me know if the sound is good enough. Is the sound okay? I want to discuss quite a few things. I want to discuss what will be happening at the meeting tomorrow, what will be happening at future meetings, and then time for questions and answers. So let's see how long this will take. I still need to know if the sound is good. I know this is a very odd time of day to do a live stream, and we need to get the algorithms working again for YouTube to be able to show these videos to more people. And after 7 days, the algorithms are going to be down, so we need to get those up. So even if we don't get a lot of people onto this live stream, there's a few things that I do want to discuss. And in the meeting tomorrow, Reyno De Beer will be there. He will be giving people an update on what has been happening with Liberty Fighters Network over the past while, what has happened in the courts, and many of the concerns that he has. Yeah, we have a few people on now. And then I will also discuss various issues with regards to what's happening in the country right now. And I will discuss the future format for live streams as well as for future meetings that will be able to be done online. So let's see if we get more people on. It is 4:15 now in the afternoon. Um, just let me know if the sound is fine and if the streaming is good enough. Okay, we have 4 people on now. If any of you can just tell me if the sound is fine. If you can hear me. So in the meeting tomorrow, I did not know how many people to expect, so I did not organize a PA system. So hopefully the crowd will be of a size where I will be able to speak to everyone. Like I said earlier, Reyno De Beer will be there. He will give people an update as to what is happening in the courts. And then with regards to the lockdown, I will discuss in detail what your rights are as an individual, as a South African, as a citizen, because a lot of people forget that you are supposed to be a citizen in this country, but unfortunately, most people treat themselves or behave as if they are subjects, and that's quite sad. So we need to change that. So it's very important that we can change the way people think about themselves. Okay, thanks. The sound is good. That's great. So, any questions that you have for me, you can ask. This is basically a test to see if the internet works. We're expecting to have a fairly large group of people here tomorrow. I didn't organize a PA system this time up in Gauteng in Lazonia. And yes, liking the video makes a big difference to the algorithms to drive those up. I've put out 4 videos today. The first one just before 2 this morning to get the algorithms on the channel going. We almost have 10 people on now. You can see the algorithms are very slow now. By now, we would have had 50 to 100 people on. So, and I've tested this at all hours of the day. So, a lot of people will probably be on their way home. But tomorrow, if you're in Gauteng, Reyno will be giving an update on what has happened in the courts and what is found with regards to the legal system. He's also going to declare many things with regards to legal cases that are happening around the world and his take on it. Because subversion is a very, very big problem. Subversion is happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere in our country. Please, I want you to share the last video I've put out on Tokyo Sexuale. I've mentioned in my meetings before that Tokyo will be entering the fray, and you will hear his name in future if Cyril starts to waver and not do what his puppet masters ask him to do. And it's clear that Cyril has actually gone and done a few things to put out an olive branch to the people that might save him. And it's not his puppet master. So this does not play into their hands. And now all of a sudden, Tokyo is playing a strong arm and basically trying to create confusion within the ruling party ranks. And this is certainly a play, in my opinion, on making Cyril look weak, and Tokyo putting his arm forward and saying, listen, I will put myself forward to become the future president of the ANC and therefore by default the future president of South Africa. And I've always known that this is a possibility, in fact, a strong possibility. So it's something that we do need to consider. So if any of you have any questions for me, we'll be traveling back to Cape Town soon. We'll announce all the stops that we'll make on the garden route, etc. And then we'll be making our way back to Gauteng and then visiting all the other provinces around here. We will be here for an extended period of time. We will certainly be visiting KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, Northwest, Limpopo, Free State, Northern Cape. And we'll be spending quite a lot of time traveling to these areas. But I need to reach people faster, and therefore we will be doing live streaming online, something that I haven't done before with specific meeting formats. And if you watch the 4 videos I've put out today, you will understand there's one specifically dedicated to this, to understand how this will happen in future. We have 10 people on now. It's the smallest amount of people that we've ever had after a live stream carrying on for 7 minutes. So certainly the algorithms are bad. We need to share the links to make sure that the amount of people that come onto these live streams grow. I want to do a lot of live streams, and we've established a base here in Gauteng. We'll spend lots of time here. So when we go back to Cape Town now, we will make sure that we can get to a lot of people in a short period of time. And then from there, we will be meeting with people across the country, still in face-to-face meetings. But I will also be doing a live stream meetings where you will be able to get people, gather them around a table and have a laptop or PC up with a camera where the people can see me. And then also where I can see the group of people. And then they can ask me questions. We'll have a normal meeting in that way. Obviously, those groups can't be that large, but I'll be able to get to more people that way. And I think this is important because we can't travel everywhere continuously. It's just impossible, and the demand is just growing exponentially at this stage. Thank you for liking the video. We have 13 people on now. I thank each and every one of you for coming on. If you have any questions for me, please ask. I will probably go on live again later this evening, but it looks like the stream has been good enough so that we can pursue that where we are currently. And it's important that the internet doesn't give us any issues. We need to set up some kind of a format for me to be able to live stream to people from one specific base and live stream to people across the country. And this is very, very important. So there's 16 people on now. Once again, tomorrow the meeting starts at 10 o'clock in Lazonia in Gauteng. The next meeting next week, Saturday, will be in the Milders Drift area, and there's normally a different group of people that come out to that meeting. And last time we had 150 people present at that meeting. It was incredible, and it was wonderful to see so many people come out. We had about 100 people here at Lazonia. We don't expect as big a group tomorrow, as we only managed to put out the details for that today, which is problematic. But unfortunately, this is what YouTube has dealt me. So just remember the other platform that you can go to as well, if you have not seen already, Odyssey. You will find a link in one of the 4 videos I put out today, the second video, a link in the first comment underneath the video to the Odyssey channel. I see it's grown out to about 130 people on there following me. It grew from 6 to 80 and now to 120. Hopefully we can get that to grow more. We have 17 people on here now. Thank you very much for coming on. If you have any questions for me, please ask. Feel free to ask me anything. And then I don't plan to carry on for much longer, about 15 minutes maximum. And then this evening, I will do a live stream from 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock this evening, I will do a live stream. And then you can have questions ready for me. And then we should hopefully be able to get more people on. So please like this video and share it. And 7 o'clock this evening, we will have a live stream. So that is 1900 hours. A live stream where we will have questions and answers. I'm sure after a week of me only being on Facebook, there's a lot of questions that people can ask. There's a lot that's happening in the country. We've now had an announcement for the dates for the local government elections, and it's going to be interesting to see how all these self-proclaimed leaders. Hi, 42-bit. Yes, the streaming options, I've made a video with regards to that. So the streaming options, you can decide how you want me to connect to the people on your side. But the one thing that is possible, I will now be able to do a live stream in a format that can take a lot of people to as many people as possible, and in a format where I can see the people too, so that they can ask me questions and we can see each other. And that's one of the formats. Then on live stream on YouTube, I will also be discussing very specific topics. So I'll put out a topic beforehand, I'll advertise beforehand, and this way I will be able to speak to people overseas. Many people have asked that I be able to speak to them. Some of them have since traveled to South Africa and attended my meetings, which is absolutely wonderful. We have 21 people on now. So the algorithms, people are slow. So really, we really need people to like the videos and share the videos. This is important. We need the algorithms on this channel to kick in again. This is vital. Also share the video links. So any of the 4 videos that I've done today, please go watch them. If you don't want to watch the entire video, just like it and share it on social media platforms so we can get the algorithms kicked off on this channel again. You will see that the algorithms are slow. I see the 4th one with Tokyo Sexuale. That video, please go watch it. It's a very important video to watch. This is not a moment in time on his life. I should have that ready by early next week. I will have Julius Malema ready by Sunday. And you can look forward to the moments in time on Julius Malema and his life and my take on his history. And then Tokyo Sexuale will follow after that. And there's a very specific reason why I'm doing it in that order. So thank you very much for liking. We have 14 likes so far. We have 22 people on. If everyone can just like to get the algorithms to work, that'll be great. So tonight at 7 o'clock, I will announce that on Facebook as well. I will do a live stream with questions and answers. And then we will have enough time to actually sit back and enjoy it. And then I would like your feedback on when you would like me to do live streams, what times you would prefer more than anything else. And I will schedule things ahead of time. Also, the meetings in future, the face-to-face meetings after these set of meetings now, we will, as a family, be at a base for 2 months. And every 2 months, we will be a weekend away, where we will tour to areas and actually have face-to-face meetings. In the other days during that time, we will have live stream meetings in various formats. So that's important. Angela, thanks. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to the live stream later. Stupid question. Any t-shirts will help to strike up conversations. Yes. So there are t-shirts available, numerous t-shirts. There's a hashtag direct elections t-shirt. And I can show you what that t-shirt looks like. Many of you would have seen it. If you go to the hashtag direct elections Facebook group with over 30,000 people on it, then you will see the logo. And it is a logo of Africa with little dots on it that says changing the way that we elect our leaders with hashtag direct elections. So those shirts, I can send you the artwork for it. It is on the Facebook group. But if you email me, go to the About Us section on this channel, email me, and I will send you the artwork for the t-shirts. If you want them printed, there will obviously be a cost involved, and we use those funds to raise money to be able to tour and do what we're doing. So we haven't sold many of those t-shirts. We prefer to send the artwork to people and for them to just print it themselves. Hi, James and Valerie. Jono, greetings from Joburg. Yeah, all is good. Jono, are you going to come to the meeting tomorrow or to the meeting next Saturday? So the meeting is in Lasonia, Jono. You can come through and visit. So anyone that wants t-shirts, whether it's a direct elections t-shirts or whether it's a double ADS t-shirts or even create your own. Many people have come up with their own ideas for t-shirts. You know, someone at a meeting in Cape Town actually handed out mastery made that said New World Order mind control device on it and all the hashtags, which is really, really awesome. Hi, Wim. Hoop het gaan goed. Well, it's well now that I can get back on YouTube. So I look forward to speaking to all of you at 7 o'clock tonight. It looks like the live stream is good enough. I don't have a studio set up here yet, so I have like one of these little LED lights on the side here on a little bench. But that's the best that I've got right now. It works at least. Hi, Promethean, how are you doing? Nice to hear from you. Thinking about you guys. I've watched some of your videos. Absolutely fascinating. Very deep insight. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the cause. Dit gaan goed. Baie, baie goed. Ek gaan nie jou naam hierso weggee nie. But thank you for all you do. Just everyone, thank you so much for everything that you do to actually promote this channel, promote what we are doing on the ground, because what we're doing on the ground is vital. And we've trained hundreds of people across the country, giving them in the meetings the idea of what it is to become a citizen, being a real citizen instead of being a subject. Because a lot of people are subjects in this world today. You know, being a subject is a horrible thing. People are subjects in school. You're subject to lockdowns. You're subject to curfews. You're subject to all sorts of things. Stellaview, hi. Yeah, good to see you too. Yes, we have 29 people on now. A lot of people, I suppose, going home. So tonight at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a live stream. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not going to advertise it beforehand. I want to see how many people come on at that time, and then in future I will actually create the thumbnail and advertise the live streams. I will also have specific interviews with certain people. Just something else. Jeremy Nell contacted me, Germ Warfare. He asked me again to be on his show. And I told him why I didn't want to be on before. I am in Pretoria, James. Well, not Pretoria. I'm close to Centurion right now. We're having a meeting in Lasonia tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So if you want to come, just message me on 067 607 6428 and we'll give you the directions to the venue. But that's the closest we're going to be to Pretoria. We have 30 people on here now. Thank you so much for coming on. We need to get the algorithms growing, so please click the like button so we can get the algorithms going on the video. I was talking about something and now I can't remember what it was. It was something important. It was not just with regards to the weekend, the meeting on the weekend. But I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. It looks like there's going to be more people than I thought. So I didn't organize a PA system. So my voice is going to be under strain. So maybe we can ask someone to bring us a speaker, because we're going to speak in a microphone, because we're going to need it tomorrow, or my throat is going to be raw. But remember, 7 o'clock tonight, we'll be doing a live stream. Yes, Germ Warfare. So I spoke to Jeremy. And I said what he did before I wasn't happy with, and that's why I declined the video. He says he's changed. He says he's on our side. And maybe Jeremy can ask me questions that will open up a new perspective or me thinking about something new to actually tell you. So I've agreed to do an interview. It'll probably be towards the end of May. And yes, we'll have deep discussions before that goes ahead, but I will let you know if and when that happens. But I've agreed to speak about that interview. Lazonia is on the other side of the N14 from Diepsloot. It's on the road to Harties. You get Lazonia. But if you send a message to 067 607 6428, the SMS or a WhatsApp, then we'll give you the details of the venue. We don't announce it ever online. We will never put the venue details on a social media platform. No, I'm not aware, Jono. I really don't have much time to watch anything else, to be honest. Can you imagine the amount of admin and so on that we need to do just to actually do the events? That is immense on its own. So if you send a message to the 067 number, that number is in all the descriptions below the video. So all the video underneath in the description, you'll find the number and you'll find the WOD's Capitec bank account for those of you that want to donate towards the work that we do. And then I will do specific videos to cover very specific things that I've discussed in the WOD's meetings. And I will do live streams with regards to that. The closed meetings that we'll do, where someone actually invites me into a meeting, they organize the people in the meeting, and they actually organize the password, whether it's on Zoom or whatever. I don't care what format it is. I will then come in and I will speak to the people via camera, but I will give them a normal presentation. I will be able to see them on my screen as well and respond to questions. And that is the most important thing. So I just won't be in their presence, but everything will work exactly the same way. Yeah, Jeremy has definitely had a change of heart. I don't know what happened. The last thumbnail he put up for our interview said, "A new world order is our future predestined," and I literally had a sense of humor failure and told him that yeah, a lot of water needs to run under the bridge before we can think about chatting again. And a lot of water's run under the bridge, and things have changed. And I think maybe Jeremy can ask me things that I haven't thought of before to mention in meetings. But you can ask me things right here. This is why we're doing the question and answers. You can ask me anything you want, anything. And if I don't know, I will say I don't know. It's that simple. If I do know, then I will answer. And I normally stick to things that I'm an expert in. I don't like giving my opinion. You're going to have to really try hard for me to give my opinion on something. And the one thing I can tell you is I don't want to give you my opinion on any other people, because that's an absolute dog show out there. The people are killing each other. It's actually very funny to see what is happening. It's quite sad because we have so many people that are going to be our future president now. I believe there's 3 or 4 of them at this stage. And yeah, it's just sad to see how people behave. And as my wife always says, as Lauren always says, these people actually have to be a part of the solution in the country in future, and the people that follow and support them. Yeah, it's absolutely shocking. But this is where we find ourselves. So in the meeting tomorrow, things will be different. What I discuss will be different. I've not discussed this in other meetings. There might be some crossover things, but it'll be I have a very different approach and tone. The meeting will be about 2 hours. Reyno De Beer will be in the meeting too. He will address the people first and give them an update on what has happened with the court cases and what he thinks of the legal system. That's the most important part, in my opinion, that people actually realize that we need a complete system change. And when I spoke to Jeremy the other day, he agreed we need system change. And that's a great help. When you realize that the party system is not going to work for us, we need to change the entire governance system. We need to change the judiciary. We need to change the school system. It's endless. The amount of things we need to change, and we can only do it if we as individuals educate ourselves first, and then we are willing to change the way that we live. So that's very important. But I'm going to say goodbye to you now. It's been 25 minutes. Thank you very much for coming on to this live stream. If there's any last questions, please give me any last questions. And then I will see you at 7 o'clock tonight for that live stream. And I'm really looking forward to that. The internet is held up. That was the big test. 42-bit, that is a very important question. Do you think democracy is the way to go for South Africa? What it was, Winston Churchill said a very simple thing. Democracy is the worst system except for all the others. So if you talk about democracy, you need to believe that a government is necessary to begin with. So there's many people that, Senior Later Promethean, many people believe that democracy is the problem when we don't live in a democracy. This is the problem. We don't live in a true democracy. In fact, I don't know of any democratic country in the world right now. So what we need to do is first define what democracy is, and then we need to define what kind of governance system ensures a truer form of democracy. So if you want a government, democracy is absolutely the way to go, because then the people choose their leaders and the leaders represent them. In our current system, that is not the case because it's not a democracy. So I absolutely, yeah, James and Valerie, but it's not democracy. That's a problem. It's not democracy. People are fooled. Anyone that's been to my meetings will know that I don't know of any democracy that's ever existed except in ancient Greece. And so for the people, by the people. But, you know, you're going to have to come to a follow-up meeting when that takes place. And Lauren will be putting most of that content online. So the people don't have to sit in a meeting. They'll be able to view it there. But so that you can understand that we're not in a democracy. The USA is not a democracy. I mean, there's so many countries that claim that they have democracies. But if the tenets that underscore democracy aren't implemented, how do you live in a democracy? It's not a democracy. South Africa is by far not a democracy. We don't even elect our leaders. So how can it be a democracy? It's not. So, yeah, democracy, don't say democracy never worked. Democracy was never implemented. So we need to give democracy a chance. To do that, we need to change the governance system first, completely. We need to turn the pyramid on its head, have the people at the top, have the government at the bottom. Without that, we don't stand a chance. So that is how you do it. So democracy is the way to work if you want a government. Then there's many people that say you don't need a government. Good luck to you. It'll be like Mad Max. Okay. And tomorrow in the meeting, I will be speaking about the 3 different options that we have in the country and why those options are on the cards. And Mad Max is the 3rd option. And if you want to live in a Mad Max society where the strongest and the fittest survive, if you're skinny and scrawny, good luck to you. You're going to see your backside so badly. 100% Musa. Mtambo, the current democracy we are being sold is an illusion. Absolutely. That's perfectly said. 42-bit, yes. Arrange a stream. If you've got some questions, that's awesome. But we don't live in a democracy. It's all an illusion being sold. I don't know of any country in the world that is living in a democracy right now. None. Benny van der Berg, come to one of the meetings and then I will speak to you about that one. I won't put that out on an open platform. So in one of, even in the live stream meetings, I will be able to see the people in those meetings. I won't speak to anyone that is just a little icon where I can't see their face. I'm not interested in that. So the live stream meetings, I will have rules with regards to that. But there's a lot in the pipeline. But remember, it doesn't mean those things have to happen. When someone plans something, it doesn't mean that you have to allow that plan to work out that way. We have subverted many things that the New World Order has thrown away. Look at the comprehensive sexuality education in the schools. That was made compulsory by our education minister, and then she was forced to make it voluntary. So people rose up in their tens of thousands, well, way over 100,000 people, over 130,000 people in no time, people from all backgrounds in society, from all cultures and religions. And the government didn't expect this, so they had to relent and they had to actually change the way they think. And they started their own campaign called hashtag because we can. And they're funding millions into brainwashing your child in school. The interesting thing is, most people, when I speak about their children, they run a mile. They're not interested. They're like they want to close their eyes. But listen, it's been half an hour. I want to be ready for 7 o'clock tonight. So 7 o'clock tonight, I will do a live stream, questions and answers. I'm looking forward to that. So see you later. Thanks, James and Valerie. They say appreciate your work to the benefit of all. Well, you know, I just want to speak my truth. People don't have to believe it. People shouldn't trust anything I say or anyone else says. Go and test everything yourself. That is the best. This is what I tell people to do. Don't trust anyone that calls himself your future leader or president. How can you trust people like that? It is scary that people will fall for that. People are so desperate. But tonight at 7 o'clock, I'll see you then, and then we can have an awesome live stream. Thank you very much.